Welcome back, everyone, to Zeros to Heroes, a D&D adventure. And we are on our official episode 2. And when last we left our heroes, as Scott likes to say, um, our heroes had been gone from their hometown for 5 years. And they came walking back all at the same time, coincidentally, right as an eclipse occurred, and they saw an incredible effect in the sky above their little hometown of Gladewell. The effect was identified by one of our characters, Stony, as ley lines, infinite, spiraling, connecting
Fractals.
and fractals of magic that formed the ley lines. And they saw above Gladewell that some of them were fraying and missing. So there were gaps above town. Um, then they proceeded into town, and that's kind of where we left. So, as a quick introduction to our players, we have Daniel as Pieta. We have John as Stony, Juliet as Fern, an elf. Well, I should say what they are. Pieta's human, Stony's human, Fern is an elf. We have Mel as Sunny, who is a dwarf, and Becca as Rip, who is a gnome at this time. Uh, Never know what's going to happen in D&D. So the last thing we saw is they walked through town. They saw a whole lot of changes, and they came to the last place that they kind of had all been together, the tavern, which is called the Twisted Stein. They were welcomed in by the tavern keeper, Thalindra Brightwood, who instantly swarmed Sunny with hugs and kisses and welcome back and where have you been, and everybody's been worried sick. And we will rejoin our gathering as the 5 adventurers sit in the tavern. Sunny's family has been summoned, and you're surrounded by your mothers and your brothers and sisters. And Thalindra, the barkeep, chewing on her pipe, sends your young sister Alara off to fetch Stony's mother. And Pocket, Rip's pseudo uncle, grandpa, relative of some sort. Let's pick it up there. Sunny being swarmed by her family, and let's go into the mind of Fern. Fern, as you're sitting in this tavern and free drinks and food are being brought out, the prodigal daughter has returned, you don't have anyone to summon. What is Fern feeling at this time?
I think right now Fern is very focused on why she's there, right? So she has kind of walked straight in, and there is registered chaos around her. And there's, a warmth and nostalgia in that, but she is heavily reminded of the job that she has to do. And she doesn't want to get distracted. However, there is free food and drink, and Fern has not had free, not stolen food and drink for quite some time. So she is going to linger just a little longer and decide to sit down with everybody and melt in to the group.
Is Fern in her own head, or is she participating with conversations and reminiscences?
She wants to participate, but there is not a lot that she can say without revealing details that she cannot. And so she is quieter, but she is amiable. She's she's friendly with everybody. However, she is also keeping an eye out for anyone in the tavern who looks like they might be of the upper echelon or official of some kind. Just trying to keep aware of if there's anyone around.
Okay. Good to know. As Fern looks around, go ahead and roll either a perception or insight.
Okay.
Ooh,
That
gotta
is
get my dice.
a 19.
Yeah, that's a really good roll. Fern, you remember this place to a small degree. Uh, this is this is the place where you last shared a drink with these people that you're here with now. This is a place that you personally snuck into many times, even though you were underage, but nobody really said anything about it. You've been in here before. This place has not changed in 5 years. You do recall there's a brand new inn down the road that you walked past. And as you look at the clientele here, you see that it's locals, nothing but locals, and it's not nearly as crowded. Of course, this is just a regular day. The last few times were around a festival, but it's not nearly as crowded as you generally remember it being.
Does it seem to be more just of the common class?
Yeah, you get the feeling that maybe the new place is attracting all the fancies.
Okay. Mm.
Although Thalindra hasn't changed, she doesn't look at all put out or worried or anything. She's still the same old pipe smoking, cussing, dwarven lady that you've always seen around there.
I think she is not worried so much about whether the tavern will fare with losing some of its clientele because it's obviously has a faithful core of people. Um, but there's a little bit of frustration that people have deemed this not to be worth their time when this has been such a pivotal place for the town for so long.
Okay. And who are you mostly talking to in these conversations? While
Mostly,
everybody's asking you questions, especially the kids. Who are you and who are you? And trying to put names to faces. But yeah, go ahead.
yeah, I think mostly she is trying to glean details from where everyone else has been and what they've learned, and maybe who they are now. Especially Sunny, because Sunny seems to be kind of discombobulated, and so Fern wants to help discombobulate and
Perfect.
figure out what has happened.
So let's switch over to Sunny now. Everyone is demanding to know where you've been. Um, all the hugs and kisses and everything are beyond the kids. Your brothers and sisters are 5 years older. Most of them are big, way bigger than you are. Um, some of them, the older ones, have gone back out to go back to their work and said they'll catch up with you later. What's the story that Sunny's telling?
I feel like she she's not able to piece together a story. She can't really describe what has been going on these last 5 years. It comes in like pieces. So she'll mention like something about a dead horse, but then her voice will trail off, and then it's almost like she doesn't even remember saying that in a sense. Like it's all kind of blurring together. Yeah.
Do you think that your family would accept that? Or, like, when they're asking who were you with over and over and where have you been over and over and you can't answer them, what do you think their response would be?
Our mothers would, I feel like after a while, since we're in a public place, they would probably to stop with the questions, but you would see like a slight disappointment on their faces as if like they probably are thinking that she's just trying to withhold this information because maybe she doesn't trust them anymore, or like they used to have such a lovely relationship, and now here's their daughter 5 years later and she can't even tell them anything. So
Yeah, you see them holding hands really tightly as if they're consoling each other, and you know that they're probably thinking the same types of things like parents do. What is my child on? Who has done this to her? Uh, what kind of trauma or even damage has she gone through? So they're occasionally reaching out to touch you, asking you over and over, are you all right? Can we get you anything? Are you ready to go home? Things like that. Meanwhile, Tony, Felindra knows who you are, and she sent Alara, who is now about 15. Is that right, Sonny? Alara's
I guess
about
she would be
15
now,
now.
yeah.
She's tall and thin. She runs off to go get Stoney's mother, and comes back fairly quickly, even though it's the middle of the day. Comes back fairly quickly with this kind of short, heavy-set lady with huge forearms. She's got an apron, like a leather apron on, and it's got stains all over it, like all kinds of stains, grease and dirt and whatnot. She's got these thick work pants and boots, and sticking out of one pocket is a glove, sticking out another pocket is some sort of tool, like a spanner or something to tighten up bolts on different things. And she comes in, her eyes wide. She sees Stony and just her face cracks wide open, and she runs. And as Stony is getting out of the chair, she just almost dives into him and grapples him and pulls him to his feet and is just rocking back and forth. My boy, my boy, my boy.
Mummy, it's so good to see you.
It's so good to see you too. I've heard so many, grabs you by the face. I've heard so many stories that you've told, and we've, as she looks around, you haven't been back here in 5 years. She shakes you a little bit.
I know, but I told you I was working on my theories.
Understood.
I needed all my time dedicated to them, Mom.
You could have come straight home, you know.
Well, I'm here. Everything's all fine. I'm fine. Look, I'm a bit taller now, like Dad.
She grabs a full stein off of a serving tray and just slams it back. Just like your father. Pinches your cheek, slaps you on the back really hard, grabs you again, shakes you a little bit, and sets you back down in the chair, and she scoots one of the kids out of the chair next to you and sits down herself. Well, all the conversations going on around, but a lot of people have stopped to pay attention to this. Tell me everything.
Well, I can't tell you everything. Telling you my theories before I've tested them, well, I don't try to get everyone's hopes up, but I've been working hard. I've been going and working at the forge and going to alchemists.
Let me see your forearms.
Oh, here you go.
She grabs your wrist and kind of slaps you on the muscle of the forearm.
Ow.
They're getting there, not quite to where I'd expect at this point. Have you been holding the tools correctly and swinging the hammer? Let me see those shoulders. She grabs your right shoulder and squeezes really tight. No
I've been doing
complaining.
it properly. I've been doing it properly, Mom.
I think you're working on tiny things and just tapping.
Well, the tiny things are important. You have to be very specific when it comes to the weave, Mom.
She slaps you again on the shoulder. So good to see you, boy. Now, who are all your friends? And
Oh, well, these are the same people that I, competed with in the...
oh, you've written about them. And yes, we've spoken about these people. Now, let's see.
this is Peter. There's Rip. You know
Of
Rip.
course I know them. Hey, Peter, how are you?
You know, it's good. Yeah.
She grabs you by the shoulder. Well, now, he's really... Look at him, Stoney. He's really putting on the muscle.
Well, that's not fair, Mom. He went to go to the Slayer's take, so he's been practicing.
Have you been slaying, boy?
Yeah. You could say that. A few monsters here and there, spider here and there.
Monsters. Look at him slaying monsters. And you, Rip. You're still a Spitfire. I love your hair. It's really getting exciting. We can't hear you, Becca. Let's say that again. It's really looking exciting.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Hi, Ma Ironbark. Yeah, I think we can tell what side of the family my hair came from. Me and Ta Pocket, with the crazy hair.
She says, please call me Dioda. Everyone can. You're all of age now. Dioda it is.
Okay, Dioda.
And this is Sunny, and he, Stony will try very hard to stand in front of Fern to hide Fern, wherever she
you're
she
back
is in
on
the
your
room.
feet now. Okay.
Yes.
Sonny. Now, how do I remember you, Sonny? You worked at not the library. Where was it?
I worked at the morgue. I helped with preparing the dead bodies.
Oh, well, with Matilda.
Yes, yeah, you know Matilda?
Of course, I mean, everyone knows everyone around here. And of course, I know your mother's, and she waves across the table, who kind of nod curtly and look right back at Sonny, like not losing their attention.
Fern stamps on Stoney's foot.
She leans around the corner. And who are you, my dear?
No one. You don't need to ask her that.
Fern, nice to meet you.
Josh boy. Fern. He has mentioned you to me. Although he...
not. Never.
Of course you have. The acorn ordeal?
You know how that makes me feel. Stop talking about it.
Your skin is far too thin, Stony boy. Cheer
I
up. And she
agree.
pinches your cheek and shakes your face around. She looks over her shoulder. Thalindra, keep them coming, please. All right. Skipping away from her as she falls into quieter conversation with Stony. Rip. Pocket comes in. And you guys have been in touch the whole time. Listening to all this conversation and the loudness, he just quietly comes over to Rip and just gets your head in his, like a, what do they call it? Headlock almost, and kind of ruffles your hair. My boy, it is so good to see you.
It's somehow kicking out for whatever reason. Anyways, hi, hey, hey, how are you doing? How have you been?
I am wonderful. As we've spoken so much,
Yeah.
it's difficult to even remember how long it's been. Your your feats have been amazing. Tell me they're
Oh,
all
really?
true.
Yeah. I mean, it's not anything too impressive. Usually, some settlement moves something and they upset some kind of animals. The shepherds don't do a whole lot of really interesting stuff, but I have seen a lot of different animals. That's been pretty cool.
The experiences you've gained must have been incredible. How is it not overwhelming?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, the keepers make sure that we feel safe and that, well, they don't let us get too close yet, since we're still apprentices, but there is a lot to see, that's for sure.
You're no longer an apprentice, my boy. Look at you. You're off on a mission, and it brought you right back here. How exciting. What is the... You can tell me quietly. What is the mission you're on currently?
Well, they haven't told us a whole lot about it yet. I might receive some more communication, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm allowed to tell you, to be honest.
Let me cut away from this just a sec. Pieta, are you staying around for this, or are you slipping out?
As the environment quieted down and everyone kind of went into their own conversations, I kind of slowly snuck out and headed towards um my home.
Okay. And you will, whenever you come back, just let us know so that we can include you.
Okay.
So back to Rip. You sent to me a message that you saw a blue dragon flying high above? That must have been... How
Yeah,
large do you think that creature might have been?
man, I don't know. At least as big as the tavern, maybe bigger.
You're ridiculously lucky that it wasn't hungry.
I know, we were really lucky on that one.
They fire electricity, my boy.
I know. Well, the shepherd druids are pretty good at kind of talking us out of crazy combats with most creatures.
I've heard, tell me if I'm wrong, I've heard that the druids can cast a spell that completely conceals you from everyone. Have you been under that particular cast to hide from some creatures abounding?
Yeah, well, for when I was really early apprenticing, they would use it pretty often just to make sure I stayed out of sight and didn't get eaten by
A dragon.
a
Or
dragon. Usually a dragon.
are bite size. It is important to remember that.
I'm bite-sized for a lot of creatures, actually, as it turns out.
Exactly. And look at you, you're so healthy. You
Yeah, they feed us
done
really
wonders for you. Your attitude, everything about you, your mental alacrity, you're present, my boy. You're not dwelling on the past anymore, it looks like. He slaps you on the cheek a little bit. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah. Rip's thinking like, yeah, it sure looks that way, I'm sure.
Um, Fern, as you hear these conversations, are you going to chime in or anything?
She's been pretty quiet. However, when she notices Pieta kind of lurk out the door, she's going to quietly steal outside and stop him.
Okay.
Pieta,
Wow. That's I didn't even know you noticed me. Hey, what's up?
of course I noticed you. Why wouldn't I?
Because I thought I snuck out pretty quietly.
Mm, it takes a lot to get past me. Are
Pretty impressive.
you okay?
Yeah. Um do you want the answer where I just say, "Yeah, of course I'm okay," and then I just had it my own way? Or do you want a slightly, you know?
Do you think I would have followed you outside if I wanted that answer?
Yeah, right. Okay, well, I've been trying to kind of amp myself up and keep it together, but I'm gonna go visit my aunt. She's been kind of lonely for a few years now. Um, you see, yeah, without going too much into detail, my uncle, well, he's no longer with us, and anyways, but um, really
She's
trying to
gonna
fight these.
place her hand on his shoulder. I'm sorry, Pieta.
Thank you.
Have you talked to her at all since it happened?
No, I haven't talked to her since 5 years ago. Uh, when I first caught wind of this, I kind of started straying away from the Slayers, and well, when they gave me this mission, I immediately took it and rushed home.
Well, I know she'll be glad you're back.
Yeah, thank you. I'm just really nervous, and gosh, it's just a lot, you know?
She takes his hand and clenches it in her fist. You have got this, Pieta. You have been slaying so many monsters. It's just one more.
He chuckles for many reasons because he like I I love that. I love that analogy. This is another monster I have to slay, whether it's internal or external.
I believe in you.
Thank you for this, Fern. Wow. Wow, that's just what I needed. Thank you.
You're welcome. And she slinks back into the tavern.
Okay.
Pieta
And
goes straight
Pieta,
into,
you head off.
yeah, straight to the
Okay.
direction of home.
Sonny, how is your mental state under this barrage of questions and not really being able to answer? What's going on?
Um, Sunny's going to start to feel overwhelmed. Um, and then she's just going to start to shut down, and she just doesn't want to like interact with anyone. And it gets to the point where if anyone starts talking to her, Grim is going to be like, "Get the fuck away," kind of deal. So
Anyone else who's in there can roll an insight check. Let's hear your numbers.
Let's see. That'll be a 7.
3.
Fern,
14.
Stony, and Rip, you're engaged in your own conversations. But Fern, you have time to look around and take it all in. You see that Sunny is unable to deal with this.
Fern is going to kind of muscle her way in to sit down beside Sunny and plonk um, a thing of ale down on the table, and she's going to push it over toward Sunny and kind of gesture to Grim. I think he needs a drink.
I think you're right. I'm gonna take the ale, and seeing your familiar, comforting face, I kind of like scooch my chair a little closer to you and just take the ale and start chugging it down in one gulp.
Wait, not that fast. Maybe a little bit slower.
Oh, sorry. I just could really use this drink.
Yeah, I can tell. Uh, are you doing okay?
I just, I, I, I don't, I don't know the words that they want to hear. And as she's saying this and trying to tell you how she's feeling, her hand just like starts wandering to where the to her neck where there's the mummified raccoon paw, and she holds it. And as she's holding it, you start to see uh, an illusion appear on the table of I'm casting minor illusion um, of like this. It's like a miniature house in this forest where like it's covered in twisty branches and it's very dark. And as soon as she realizes she's doing that, she just drops it and just goes back to chugging her beer.
Your brothers and sisters are like, cool, do that again. Who did that? Where'd it come from? Sonny, was that you? That was
Uh,
magic.
it it might have been me. I'm sorry.
Do it again.
Uh, what do you want to see?
That house was oh man, that was scary. Did you ever see that house? Show us that house again.
Sunny like starts to reach for that paw again, but as she does so, she kind of hears this like voice in the back of her head saying, "Naughty, naughty," and Sunny is like, "Nope, can't do that."
Give her
Your
some space. Give her some space. She just got back. You have plenty of time to see anything you need to see, but not today.
your moms are saying, Sonny, would you like to get rest? We've got a bed. Your old room is ready. Do you want to come home?
Eh, eh, Yes, but there's something I have to do first, and I'm unsure when we're going to. I look at Fern. When? What is the plan for the, eight-legged things?
I think that's why we're here.
Okay. Are we starting that today, though?
Well, if we can, yes, as soon as possible.
I turn back to my mother's and I go, I promise I will spend a night in that house with you all, but I'm afraid I have other things I have to do first.
Things. d- Sonny, do you have a job? What's going on? What other things?
Um,
We're your family. We haven't seen you in a very long time.
Sunny
Can't it
doesn't
wait?
want to tell you because I think she's a little embarrassed, but Sunny has been apprenticing with me, learning how to put on shows, with the Bard.
yeah, been learning puppeteering. Is that what
I
it's called?
don't understand.
Wait.
If that's true, why couldn't you talk to us in all this time to tell us where you were? That's. Hang on, let me roll
And
an
I point to
insight check
Fern.
for the parents. Can you roll a deception check, please?
Yes.
And if you're chipping in, you can give her advantage.
I will. So you can roll with advantage.
It's a natural one.
Oh boy. I only rolled an 8 and they have plus nothing. So they're trying to believe you. They're grasping at straws, but it's so implausible that why couldn't she just say that? Why is she mentioning a dead horse and all these other really crazy things? Fern, is it Fern? Where? Where were you? What?
Just outside Iman.
Yep, that's
Practicing
the city.
plays outside of Iman, and it was about dead horses or something that she
Well,
can't even discuss right now?
I mean, you've seen Grimm. Dead horses are kind of in his ballpark.
Grim goes to Fern. What are you trying to fucking say about me?
Oh,
Quiet.
it's an adult play. Sonny,
Yeah,
are
well,
you into pornography?
shit. What's What's
What have
that?
you got to be
Stony is
embarrassed about?
definitely turning his head to that. He's like, he was in a conversation. Now he's like, what did he just hear?
And they immediately apologize. I suppose it's none of our business. And their hands are like white knuckled gripping each other. Sonny, you promise you'll be home tonight to come home and sleep and talk in the morning?
I turn to look at Fern before I reply. Yes, I will do my best to be home tonight.
I promise she'll be okay. I'll keep an eye on her.
The two of them gather up the kids and stand up and they say goodbye to everybody and giving a couple glances over their shoulder. They leave quietly, and you can hear them crying as they walk out the door.
I think that
Kids
will
aren't.
help
The kids are
them.
like, that's so cool. Sonny's back. All right.
I don't feel good about that.
I know. I'm sorry, Sonny. We don't know exactly what to tell them, though. I mean, do you know where you've been?
I have flashes of memories, but I just can't describe. Every time I concentrate on these images, it's like it's being pulled away from me, and I don't know.
Well, it sounds like maybe we shouldn't concentrate on that right now. When you were rubbing the paw, what were you thinking about?
I was trying to remember where I've been, and I think that was Mother's house, and I like drop my voice really low and whisper it to her.
I see. Um, Mother isn't your real mother, is she?
I have to call her that.
Okay. She squeezes Sunny's hand. Do you remember the tree stump where I left you a note?
Yes, the only communication I had this whole 5 years.
You were in the forest near the city at some point. Maybe Mother is located somewhere around there.
Possible. I do remember being surrounded by trees and darkness, but yeah.
Well, you're not there right now. In fact, you have great company. So let's let that be the past for the moment. We're here on a mission.
Okay, we can do this. But first, what's pornography? And then we can cut it from there.
All right. Let's cut over to Stony and Rip. You guys, your parents know each other. I mean, Pocket. I'm just going to refer to him as a parent-ish. Pocket and Diota know each other. They're catching up a little bit. What are Rip and Stony currently talking about?
Rip is
What else?
trying to get any information they can about the machines that Stoney's working on, but Rip has literally no experience with machinery at all whatsoever. So none of it makes any sense at all. What's a cog? What's a cog?
Well, it's a simple machine. You see, it's like a lever or a pulley, and it fits into a particular way. And magic is somewhat similar in the sense that it has parts and gates and stop gaps, and it's similar, but there's also an energy that is flowing through it, and we sort of make these gears and levers ourselves, or rather, we manifest it in our own way.
Lever
Uh,
like a big stick?
yes, and you like pull it, and something happens.
Okay.
Similar, yes. How do I explain this? He pulls down his goggles and he begins writing these complex, like,
Rip tries to touch him again, just
equations.
kind of while you're looking the other way, just kind of reaches out to try and touch the side.
Careful, careful.
Oh.
And you see, it's really simple. If you take this part, right,
Mm-hmm.
this is our foundation, and
Okay.
everything else follows as such. You know, you go down each line, and once you are complete, it is done. Or rather, a spell or an effect, and for the lingering ones, you have to hold it open like a sluice, you know, in a dam. That's another
Yeah,
machine
yeah.
that we have these days, or
Okay.
perhaps like a windmill and other things. Oh, yeah, let me show you a spell.
Okay. And Rip
Um,
like sits back to give him space.
and he takes the like a bit of his armor. He like rips it slightly, and then he begins doing these weird things with his fingers, as if he's like pulling strings. And you see like several little energetic lines come out of his fingers as they begin to stitch the ripped part back together.
Huh.
You see, I can work backwards as well. Magic is very great because it has a nearly infinite amount of energy. All you have to do is harness it in your hand.
Yeah, that looked a lot like Top Pocket's knitting. That was really cool.
Well, thank you. Certainly not as. Hopefully, one day it will be as cool as other magics. I'm certain, but your magic is very cool, I think, as well. Show me that one that you did at the competition so many years ago. That was amazing.
Oh yeah. Let me see. And Rip kind of feels in their pockets and tries to see, pulls out some seed pods and holds them open and say, yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, okay, okay. And they touch one, and it just cracks, and a little shoot shoots up. And I said, yeah, you see, just kind of like that.
Fascinating. Oh, it could even touch life forms. Well, I knew this, but to see it in action, it gets the heart racing.
Yeah, yeah, check it out, check it out. And they tap it again, and it shoots a little higher. See?
Everybody
Fantastic.
watching is like comparing in their heads. Rips is completely organic, and Stony's is like a mathematical formula, and yet they both produce magic, and they're like, seems like it'd be easier if you were Rip. Stony, it makes it so much harder than it needs to be.
And Rip kind of nudges, so he says, "You want to see something really fun?" And Rip casts minor illusion to illusion their voice next to Thalindra's ear. Say, "Hey, Thalindra, can we get another round over here? A
Pocket
couple feet
says,
away."
"Let me show you my magic, my boy." And this big glowing fist appears in the air. "My magic comes directly from my god." And this glowing fist goes over to the bar and picks up another tray and just brings it back, sets it on the table. "I can attack things with that as well. If I wanted to, I could hurt everyone. But I don't, of course. Why did I say that? I wouldn't hurt anyone."
Oh no! You know, a couple of the keepers were able to do that. It was a different color though. It was like a dark green.
Interesting.
But they
Yes.
were really, I don't know how good at, you know, druid magic you have to be to do that.
Oh, I'm certain you have to be high level, much like I am. Is Pieta coming back yet, or are we still away?
I was trying to find a good moment.
This
I'm like,
is
how long is long enough? But yes, happily to come back any time.
yeah. So what
I
does it
was
look like when Pieta comes back in with his aunt?
um we'd had wrapped up the conversation. Um, big roller coaster of emotions that had happened. Talked to me about how my last 5 years have been. Um, and I asked her some deeper questions about a little bit about my past. She was reluctant to answer and kind of like trying to, no, none of it. Like let's change the subject. Um, and then when I felt like the time was ready, I was like, well, I have some from friends waiting for me at the bar, and she goes like, oh, okay, which friends? And I mentioned Stony, and she's like, oh, I remember him. How? And I was like, do you want to come and say hi, maybe for a bit? And she's like, yeah, why not? And so then we're walking towards the tavern, and I turn the doorknob and enter. But yeah,
Cool.
he's kind of like, you ready for me?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, so Stony, he's kind of like bulky. You'll see. He changed a little bit. Hey guys, how's it going? Well, this is my aunt Mayethra, if you want to refer to her as that. But
Um, Pocket, who has been showing off, instantly stops, and his face becomes somber, and he walks over and takes May's hand. May, it is good to see you. I If you need anything, please let me know, of course, as always. Uh, Diota, Stoney's mom, kind of nods to her, stands up and reaches out to shake her hand. Welcome. Come have a seat. May, it's been quite some time. It's been well over a year, I think, my dear. Have a seat and join the celebration. Our children are back home. So May has a seat. What
May
is
May, what do you think about Stony?
ah, Stony? You look well. You look well.
Hello, Aunt May. How have you been? He like looks around. Where is Uncle Ben?
Uh,
Ah,
I've been well. I suppose Pieta will tell you everything. Ben is
Oh,
Ben is not with us any longer.
well, let's
oh,
say
well,
anything, Stony.
where did he go?
Well, um,
Oh,
thank you for asking. He's buried on the hill. He
oh,
She turns away and puts her eyes in her hand.
oh, I'm so
Um,
sorry. I, I, I have to use the bathroom.
you have to kind of follow
Your
her.
mom punches you in the arm as you walk away.
Oh,
Have some tact there, boy.
sorry.
I thought I thought not saying anything would avoid this, but who would have thought that's the first thing he said? Yeah. Listen, I'm
It
done. I'm done with the waterworks. But yeah,
it's
if anyone
fine.
would
I'm
like to,
fine. I'm well. Yeah,
if
could
anyone,
I? She looks to Thylindra. Could I perhaps have an ale? Of course you can, dearie. She slides an ale down. Thank you.
you know what?
And
Pass one over here too. Why not? Let's have some fun and forget about the last 5 seconds.
Pocket has his giant glowing hand you a beer.
Thanks, giant glowing hand. That will give me nightmares.
I think
Oh,
that's a great idea. Sunny could definitely use a drink.
Lindra says, I better get some fucking grub out here. Everybody's probably hungry as hell. Hold on. Hey!
Pieta downs that first drink. And when you get a chance, give me another.
Yeah, the beer keeps flowing, And you guys are free to talk about whatever you want to talk about if you need to catch up or if you want to go start looking for work. What's on your minds?
Is Stony back?
Yeah, he's very very embarrassed, so he like steps out, and he's like not really looking at anyone in any particular direction, and he just sort of like sits down without saying anything.
Rick's got Fern pulled into a corner. You know, you were really right about a lot of these critters. You really don't. You just kind of have to talk to them a little bit, and a lot of the time they'll just kind of listen. You know, they're pretty reasonable a lot of the time.
Oh, they are. Wait until they become so familiar with you that they run up onto your shoulder.
Oh yeah, that'll be fun. I'm just
After
gonna keep talking her ear off about critters.
a few more drinks, I notice Stony and I go up to him, give him a little shake. Why? Listen, stop whooping around, and I like knuckle sandwich him a bit. I just so mad at you, but dang it, I love you like a brother. What are all these feelings coming up? Ah!
Peter, please calm down. You're scaring me, my boy. Oh, my sweet boy. I'm so sorry. I didn't know. Why did you never tell me?
Tell you, well, I would tell you just another moment ago, just you and I when we're just together, and I'm just like, hey, by the way, my uncle died. I'm fucking, I don't know, man. I just never the freaking moment for you. And you just, well, you know what? The band-aid's ripped.
Stony embraces him as he's like lighting up. You know, he's just jabbering.
And then the moment, it's fine. Pass the torch.
Watch
baton.
this. I grab the raccoon paw again, and then I cast minor illusions. And as like Stony releases Payetta from the hug, a little squirrel appears right in front of him on the table.
Wait,
Rafty does
freaking
the
He's
out!
going for the window. Stony's going for the window. He's trying to jump out the window.
The door's
Try to pull
wide
them back.
open. You go for
Yes,
the
it's like
He's going
going
for the
pull back.
window.
I mean, just Stony. That's Jesus Christ! Why are you running? Trying to hold him back.
Sonny,
Rick
that
minor
was
illusions a little wizard hat and a cloak on Sunny's illusion. Just adds to it. Dresses up the
That's a
squirrel.
wizard squirrel. You gotta get out of here, Stony. That's a wizard squirrel.
Sonny, that was amazing.
You.
It
was
jumps
so
out the
fun.
window with him.
But he does it so fluidly, like you don't even touch any part of the flame. Just poof.
Yeah,
Making-
Stony, like you see him like he like falls over the edge, and you see his little like legs kicking as he like slides out the window.
Oh, it never gets old.
You hear them laughing uproariously at you, including your mother, and even Aunt May is kind of giggling.
Well, oh, squirrels! I swear.
We're
Fern's
excited.
gonna walk over to the door and wave to them.
Where'd everyone go?
Are you done for the night, or should we drink your drinks?
I shall drink my own drinks, and Peter here will drink his own drinks as well, as I see that Peter is my only friend in the entire world.
Yeah, and you will drink your own drink, and I will drink my own drink, and Fern will drink her own drink. What are we drinking again?
We'll all be drinking our own drinks!
Yeah, we'll all be drinking our own drinks, and you tell everyone that.
All right, you can drink your own drinks.
Pieta aims to high five Stony. We did it! Missing horrendously.
So,
We'll-
Pieta, you're clearly drunk, right?
Yeah, he's had a few.
How about Stony? It seems like you're a little bit.
Yeah, he's kind of tipsy.
If anybody doesn't want to be tipsy, you can roll a Constitution saving throw. But it seems like everybody's just fine with that.
I'm curious
Especially
to see
Sunny.
how. I want to see how strong this. How strong gnomes can hold their liquor. We'll
Sure.
find out.
I would imagine pretty well.
Pretty good. A 17.
Oh yeah, you're not. Either you haven't been drinking as much, or you're just fine.
I hang out with centaurs all day. I mean,
Yeah. Oh, and they put it down.
they put it down.
Hmm.
Fern
With
got a
satyrs too. Are you
13.
kidding me?
Fern's what?
Fern got a 13.
That's pretty good. I mean,
She's just been like slowly sipping on
Yeah.
one, trying to keep her wits about her.
got it.
Sunny is probably past her limits. And she's just trying to kind of drown her sorrows.
Yeah,
tonight,
she's
so,
going for it.
Yeah.
I grab Stony and start rocking with him. And we're back in the home.
All right.
We
Hey,
are
brothers,
traveling
I don't
together.
know this world.
And we're gonna fight some spiders.
Spiders.
Stoney's
all
mother.
around the-
Stoney's mother stands up, and she was just about to pat Stoney on the chest to kind of get him to shut up. But when you say spiders, she stands up and she says, "What is this about spiders? What do you mean?
What?
Tell me, boy."
Who, me or Stony? Oh, he's scary.
Looking at
Almost-
Stoney.
Oh.
Either one of you.
You got this, Stony. She's scary.
Well, you see, there was this letter, you see, and it was delivered to the Alabastulation.
Alabaster.
Alabastulation.
No, you're saying it wrong.
Alabaster.
Alabaster.
Indra, bring us some water. We need to. Are you planning to do this,
Mother.
whatever it is, today, or are you going to sleep this off?
What
We'll do
I'm
it today. We'll slay spiders. I'll slay spiders in my sleep. These spiders got nothing on us. Yeah.
how do you have this energy? I'm too tired for this.
Yes,
I don't know.
sleep. We're definitely going to sleep first.
The Slayers ask me that all the time too. I think that's just how I get. He's just so giggly.
Pieta, why don't we get you to a nice place to lie down? And Stony,
Hmm? Oh, it's you.
Rip, will you take care of Stony?
Sure, yeah, I can do that.
Stony will come home to his own bed.
Yeah,
Let-
you heard that? Fern, you can take care of yourself, and Beckon can take care of herself, and I'll take care of myself, and
May
Stony will take
puts
care
her
of
hand over your mouth.
That's
That's enough out of you, Pieta. It's time for you to come home as well.
okay.
Now, before we take these boys away, it appears that you ladies are actually professional, and I'm sorry to not include you, Rip. You three seem to be fairly professional, and there seems to be some indication that you're all on the same job or mission or whatever you're up to. Do you need time to discuss it? I tell you what. Pieta,
Hmm.
come home when you're ready. I trust that you will keep your wits about you. Your bed will be ready when you are. Good night, everyone. Thanks for some smiles. It's lovely to see the children again. I'm sorry. Lovely to see our young women, young men, young folk again. It was nice to see you all. Goodbye. He leaves.
Pieta's,
Good night, Aunt May.
Pieta's drifting a little to sleep, just a little bit, and as Aunt May walks off, says, "Good night, Mom," and then kind of like rests on whoever's nearest shoulder.
As your head goes down, Stoney's mother whops you on the back. None of that. Going to plan your future actions or do anything related to spiders, of which there are terrible ones round here. She puts her finger right in Stoney's chest. You'd better be ready. None
I
of this.
am ready. I'm ready, Mother. I have been working on this catalyzing cube since I left 5 years ago. Uh,
Very well. That's enough out of you. Come home and
I have,
sleep it off.
but I have to talk
Plan
to
for tomorrow.
Long
Tonight is
Drago.
out of your reach at the
No.
moment, boy. That was.
Drago.
I had more than you, and I'm fine. And she. Good day, everyone. And she walks out. Lovely to see you.
Nice seeing you, Miss Stoney. Wow, that hurt.
Water.
Her mom. He's really cool. I wonder how she feels about having you.
Mm.
Oh, uh, we, uh, you.
You
Fern
told
is
me.
Yeah,
slowly
she's great.
putting water into their hands, just trying to get them to drink.
Pocket's going to lean over and whisper to Rip. My boy, I suppose I should give you all time to recover. Of course, your room is still there, and you're welcome to use it. I expect you home tonight, but I won't be too surprised if you don't show up. But keep yourself safe. Keep your friends safe. And boy, I'm proud of you. I love you. And he gives you a little hug and leaves.
Isn't tight.
Honey, did you write a letter describing the situation here?
Well, this was very vague. I'm supposed to report to the local wizard, Nom Dragulo. I'll ask him how to pronounce his name.
You're
Once I
fucking
see-
talking about Nom Dragolo.
Oh yes. That's
He
the
works
one.
at the Wizard's Post.
Who is this talking?
Thylindra.
Oh, okay.
She's the last one there. And she's kind of bored with the whole thing now. She keeps looking over at Sunny to make sure she's okay, but she's just chimes that in.
I just want to
Well,
make sure
you
no one
guys,
else look up.
yeah, I'll be over here. Give you some privacy to catch up and figure out your fucking next move.
Yeah, we're gonna fucking up in the
She
next
walks
move.
away.
Trying to like
Pieta.
sober himself up. Oh, this is a process. I was whenever I fight, when Thorberg gives me a few, this is my process to focus. I'm
Pieta.
ready. We're talking.
Pieta.
We're talking. Huh? Yes.
Your friend Harry. He's the mayor's son, right?
Harry, that's who I should visit. Yeah, he's like my bestest. Oh, but he also married my bestest. Oh man, I wonder if they're doing. Do they have kids? I wonder if they have kids. Oh my gosh, they have kids.
You know, that's a great question. We should go check on them.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I wonder if they know anything about what just happened. The sky and this. And where are these spiders supposed to be? I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to. Oh, that's kind of scary. Okay, anyways, if I remember correctly, I think they were that direction. Points in the probably wrong direction.
As you're pointing around, the door opens up and three guys walk in and head to the bar. One of them is this really big, hulking dude. He walks in, he looks around. Everybody roll a perception check.
Good thing Stony is good at those, in the sense that he's not.
Oh, is
Rolled
that
a 17, so 18.
23?
What was it?
A 12.
12 and Stony also 12? Stony absolutely does not recognize this person, doesn't barely even look at him. Rip doesn't really ring a bell. Pieta, what do you feel? And Fern, And Sonny too. All of you guys recognize it's 3 kids that grew up here in town. They're grown, and the big hulking one is Stigger.
Yeah, yes, I knew it.
Uh,
What's your question?
What's your reaction?
Grim is going to be like, "Hey, it's the ugly fucker over there," and shout that real loud.
They're all at the bar and they all swing their head over to look at you. Just glance. They don't know that you're talking about them or anything.
Yeah,
Let's-
so Swarms to Sunny and be like, oh yeah, that other dude was so ugly, and just trying to protect, like, get their attention to where they wasn't talking to, that she wasn't talking about them.
They turn back to the bar, but one of them kind of elbows the big one in the side and whispers something and points over his shoulder. And the big one's head swings around and he locks eyes on Pieta. And you see a big smile cross his face.
Pieta looks at him back, but like his fighter instincts kick in, and like he's focused now. He's like if he was eyeing someone to be slain or someone looking for a fight.
Stigger takes a drink, his whole glass, puts it down.
Pieta takes that as a challenge, but takes a water cup and drinks with maintaining this stern eye contact.
He says across the room, "Hey, we got business, 2 of us."
Yeah, you said it.
Roll a
We have business?
Constitution saving throw with
Me?
disadvantage. Yeah.
Constitution saving throw
Mm-hmm.
with disadvantage.
Means you roll 2, take the lower one.
Oh, okay. First one, first one was 17. Oh, great! The second one was 4.
Yep. Okay. You're going to have disadvantage on any attacks you make.
All right. As I was saying, we have business. Are you talking about like paperwork? I don't remember any paperwork with you. That's so boring.
I haven't seen you for quite some time.
Yeah, and I haven't seen
I'll
you
meet
either.
you outside.
It's cold
he-
out there. I'd rather stay inside.
He walks out the door, unless you're a coward, you little fucking runt.
talking about a coward. If you weren't a coward, you would have already taken care of the village.
His head snaps around and he looks, his eyes go wide. You.
Oh yeah, she burned you. You suck.
You. With. You with him?
For now.
He kicks the door open and steps outside.
As he's walking out, can I grab my raccoon paw and cast Charm Person on him?
Sure.
I would like to try to get him to think we are friends.
All right. What exactly is your DC?
All right, so that is going to be a Wisdom 13.
Wisdom 13. He does not make it.
Okay.
What do you say to him? What does this look like?
As he's like walking out the door, I just, through Grim, I shout, "Hey, you! Yeah, I'm talking about you. Yeah."
He
Over
looks
here.
at you as the door's almost shut again. He looks back over his shoulder. He sees you and Grim.
Yeah. Now come be nice and say some compliments to our lovely friend here.
Don't I know you? Oh, what are you hanging around with these fucking losers for? Hey,
Now
it's
be
good to see you. You're, Sunshine, ain't it?
I like that. Yeah,
I
I
ain't seen you in a long time. Well, how you been?
great. Now Give my friend here, Paeta, a compliment about how strong he's been looking lately.
Oh, no, you stop it.
Oh,
Rip
you look
uses
about
minor
strong.
illusion.
Now, can you read to me, charm person? It's just you that he's friends with, right?
The charmed creature regards you as a friendly acquaintance, is
Okay.
what it says. So
This one here, he's about as strong as my limp dick.
Huh.
When he looks away, Rip uses minor illusion again to make Pieta look a little bit stronger and a little bit more buff.
Okay.
So when he looks back,
Yeah.
he looks bigger.
I'm going to see if he notices. He's charmed. He doesn't really notice.
Dang.
I mean, he doesn't notice it's a spell, but he
Oh,
does. He does stop and like double take when he looks at Pieta. Are you standing up, Pieta, or are you letting him just walk out?
Yeah, whenever Sunny was like, uh, give him a compliment, Pieta like kind of like perks up a little bit in his seat. Then when he says like the limp dink offense, he does stand up like what did you just say?
You heard me, runt. And he walks out the door. I'll talk to you in a few minutes, sunshine.
yeah. Bigger.
All right. His two
Fern
friends are at the bar drinking and kind of laughing about the whole situation.
Fern goes over to the door and takes a chair and jams it so that he can't open the door to come back inside.
Okay.
Well, didn't think we would see him today.
Was a surprise. I think you've gotten bigger. Did you see those arms?
Oh, he's so big.
No, he's all talk. If he wasn't, he would have already killed some spiders.
You know what they say: the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Yeah, that's it.
One of his friends is a tiefling that you guys might remember his name if anybody wants to do what would it be, a history check, I guess, to just remember his name. He's a tiefling. He was a hunter, and the other is a dwarf who you may also remember his name if your roll is high enough. We're just looking for a 13 or above.
I rolled a 17.
Okay.
I rolled a
Stony?
nat 20.
Ooh, okay. Well, you guys both remember that the tiefling is a hunter. He hunts, he's so is Stigger. They're hunters. They kind of hunt game and catch fish and trap and whatever around here. And the dwarf is named Coil Merriweather, and he's a lumberjack. Coil goes and takes the chair out from under the door handle and slides it back over to the table and says, "You can't stop people from fighting if they wants to fight."
Yeah, shove it, Cole. You'll
Well,
under
you
his
tell
breath.
you're trying to get on my nerves too. Oh, bastard, go out there and face your medicine. He walks back to the bar.
Now, are we
Are you gonna
strategizing?
Are you fighting him, Hayata, or should we like go
I'll
out
make him
the
wait.
back door? Oh, okay.
I'll make him wait.
Good strategy, yeah.
I've learned patience is often better than to make rash decisions. Unlike Stigger over there.
After a couple seconds, he sticks his head back in the door. Cylindra, okay to break a few chairs in here? Or... She says, fuck no. Leave it off, Stigger.
Oh, while
Right.
his head's still poked in here. Hey, Stigger! We had beef in the past, but just enjoy yourself, man. Who cares? Yeah, I beat you up, sure, and you didn't like that, but just enjoy a few drinks with your pals like we are. It's no biggie.
Beat me up? Who the fuck are you? Your memory's broken, boy. Just remember, if I catch you outside, I'll break you in half. And he goes to the bar.
All right.
Hasn't changed.
So, Stony is going to, every time that his drink is placed down for him to drink, Stigger's drink, he is going to cast Mage Hand to knock it over. And he won't know that it's me because I took the feat telekinetic. So I can do it without verbal or somatic components. I can just will it to happen.
Okay. As many times as you want?
As many times as I want. It's a
Okay.
cantrip. And
Yeah.
Stoney's just going to just be looking over at him, and the moment that it's set down.
Okay. So Thalindra sets the drink in front of him and it falls over.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, what just happened? Hold on. Sorry about that. She's cleaning it up. She brings him a new one. It falls over. What the you hear Stigger growling. Thalindra, stop fucking around.
Stop spilling your drink, Stigger.
Let's see. Make a deception check for that.
Oh, shit.
If only you kept quiet.
Okay. It's a 9.
Says, shut the fuck up. Thalindra, stop spilling my drinks or I'll take it to the fresh water. She says, hold on. Brings him another one. Does it fall over?
Nope, not this time. But when he goes to take a drink, it's going to be pushed
Right into his face?
right into his face.
And he spills it all over himself. What the?
It seems like you can't hold your drink at all, Stigger.
That's it. He sets his drink down. Come on, boys. Let's get out of here. The air stinks. And they're
Oh, that was probably just
cracking
your
up.
farts.
They're cracking up. They're like, we're
Oh.
fine. We're fine here, Stigger. Really? You're going to do... Fuck everybody. And he leaves.
Why can't I help but feel bad for that guy?
No, he obviously didn't know how to drink. I don't know what was happening over there, but yeah.
Huh. All right. After a few, I've drinking quite a few more cups of water, so I'm like beginning to ease up a little bit. So what the hell is up with these stupid spiders? What is going on? Does anyone even have any clues to go on?
Spider 8 legs.
Thank you so much for that, Sunny. That is a great start. Anyone else?
I think it might help if we talk to people who have been in the town.
Oh, what about
Um,
that dragon guy? The dragon Neil, dragoon. What was
Non
it?
Dragulo. Non. Whatever. Yeah. Well, that's more for me, because the letter was for me. This is my job as well as your jobs, which is weird, but I will report to him and get information on these spiders.
Stoney, that is
was
such a
not it.
great idea. What if we all report to him together so we can find out the information together? You're so smart, Stoney.
or
Right
I am
now.
very smart. Thank
Yeah,
you.
you're so smart.
Thank you. You always were my favorite.
Oh.
oh, we lost him.
Starts patting his back, rubbing his back.
You guys see that Thalindra's still chewing on her pipe over there and seems to be paying attention to you guys.
Can do we catch that pretty easily?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Not
I call her over. Cylindra, hey, you got a minute?
Aye. She comes over.
Cylindra,
Yeah.
hey, how you doing? Have you heard anything about these little eight-legged creatures or anything monsters around the area? I haven't.
Sure have.
Yeah,
They're
can you tell us more about it?
Apparently they're all over, disturbing the lumberjacks and messing around all in the forest. Took some livestock, what I heard. Haven't come
You
to
know
town.
who did they take the livestock from?
Oh, I can't say really. I don't remember rightly.
Hmm.
Have you seen him?
No, me, no. I mean, if I went to the forest, nah, I ain't seen them. No.
Do you know who has?
I'm sure several of the fucking soldiers who went out there and killed them have all seen them. Who else? Probably the lumberjacks. Maybe some of the miners on their way up there. Uh, probably a couple of the town watch, the city watch, may have been involved. I'm not quite sure.
Hmm.
Wait, we just ran into some hunters, didn't we?
They're
What
right there at the bar. A hunter and a lumberjack. They're not listening to y'all.
Well, do we ask them? You think they'll be amicable? Gullible?
Yeah, hey, Thalindra, can I get a couple of beers, please? 2 of them?
Of course. Sure.
I'm going to take them over to the hunter and the lumberjack and offer them to them. Say, hey, can I ask you guys a question?
Blion, you know these guys, right? Blion and Coil. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
they had been around town since. I don't know how well Rip knows them, but other people might know them better.
Seen them around, yeah.
To what do we owe this pleasure? Free beer?
Oh, yeah. Well, in exchange for asking you guys a question. Or a few.
Shoot, I don't think Stigger's coming back, so there's no one to make fun of. Yeah, what's your question?
Oh, you like making fun of
Well,
him too? Nice. Sorry.
Oh, but I do like him better than I like you.
All right, back I go.
all right. Have you guys had any issues with somebody said something about some spiders?
They look at each other, and then, yeah, there were some big ones, big spiders in the woods. We're avoiding those areas now.
How big are we talking? Bigger than me or bigger than you or
Oh, bigger than you. I guess about. What do you think, Coil? And Coil says, probably big as fucking me.
that's pretty sizable. And what you said you found them in certain parts of the forest. Has anything changed over there? Was it a new area to hunt or cut down trees in?
Same old forest that we've always roamed for since I was a boy. They're everywhere out there now. You got to avoid certain areas. Kind of a problem.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Yeah. Coyle says, yeah, they fucking came and messed with us in the lumber yard. Ran some people off. Had to pull out my axe and get to work. Even I couldn't keep up with it. We left for a while. Had the soldiers come in and taken care of it for us. That's what.
How many are you guys seeing at a time? Just one at a time?
There were 4 in the
Whoa.
lumber. And Bleon says, I've seen a couple dozen here and there. They weren't, as far as I remember, they weren't teaming up or anything, but big spiders, uh, webs all over, I avoid them.
Hmm.
And the game avoids them. I don't know actually how they can survive out there with nothing to eat because everything's fled. But it's dark. The webs
It's
make
the,
the woods dark.
and it's the typical, big brown spiders that we sometimes get out in these woods.
Uh, you know, there's a couple different kinds. There's it looks like a wolf spider, but huge.
Yeah.
Its full legs spread, maybe is like you could ride it. You could probably
Yeah.
ride it. It's so freaking big. It's like as big as a horse. And then there's these black ones, look like black widows, but enormous.
Hmm.
Couple, I even saw one had a funnel in the ground. Uh, uh, we we walked too close. A little trap door sprung open, and the spider came for us. We rode as hard as we could. Didn't chase us
Hmm.
far, but and then
You don't.
there's I seen one ghostly white. Scared the living shit out of me. That did. Coyle
Hmm.
says, "Fucking white one? You didn't tell me about that one. White? I ain't never seen a white spider, much less a giant."
Me neither. Hmm. You said it was in certain parts of the woods, and I pull out a map. Can you point to where it might be? It just of the surrounding area.
He points out where they're lumbering, where they're logging, not where they're lumbering, where they're
Sure.
logging.
Yeah.
Uh, he points, and to you, having and Fern having known the woods pretty well, uh, that's not a logging area that you remember. But that's where they were logging, and then he says he points to like his fingers roam across a big chunk of the map. This whole area right here has been infested. I think we're not going back. We're mostly staying east southeast now. The areas around here are almost off limits now.
That's a big area to not be able to access. Hmm.
It sure is.
You said the animals fled. Uh, which ones can you name off the top of your head that are no longer in the forest?
Well, our typical game, we hunt deer, rabbits, uh, sometimes some of the ground birds, squirrels, things like that. They've all disappeared. I mean, unless they've been et. Can't rightly say. I don't go in there anymore. It's been 3 months, I suppose, since I've been over there after I seen those spiders.
Good to know.
Yeah, thanks for the beer. They turn back to the bar.
Vern, we should go speak with the head of the logging yard and
Oh,
maybe the Hunters Guild tomorrow.
Yeah.
hey, what did you learn? Or did we hear any of that?
Um, I don't know. Did you?
As they come back, when we get back to the table, we'll kind of let them know the Cliff's notes of what we found out.
And you
I think
have
I
a
would be
map
trying.
somehow, so yeah, you can show them exactly.
Not gonna go without a map.
Fair enough.
Come on.
Uh, Pieta,
Hmm?
your brother, not your brother, your friend, Harry, have you been in touch with him at all?
Yeah, he's like my brother. I love him. No, actually, I haven't been in touch with anyone in the past 5 years. Wow. Oof.
Maybe, since he's kind of close to the top in the city, maybe he might know some more information.
Okay, yeah, I am. I would love to see what he's been up to. Yeah. Should I go alone or do you guys want to come with?
Oh, I'm happy to come with you.
Yeah, you guys all want to go and see. I mean, tonight's pretty late, but you guys want to go tomorrow and check out how he's doing?
Why don't we go
Yeah.
right now? Bring him some beer.
I can't tell if you said deer or beer, but either way, I think it's pretty late. And he might be a family man now. I don't know.
Are you scared to see him?
Um, More so nervous because he was one of my bestest pals, and I don't know how times have changed him.
Well, they've changed you too.
What? Nah, maybe.
With
You're
your best
right.
friend, I'm sure he would love to see you, even if
I
it is
mean,
a bit late.
well, you do make a convincing argument, Sonny. Do we want? I mean, I guess I could go peek and see if there's any lights out. The worst I can do is come back and say, nope, the lights are off. Let's come tomorrow.
What time is it?
I was thinking these guys would have come in after they got off work, so it's evening. You've been in here for probably 6 hours talking to family and catching up a little bit. Um, it's evening. The sky's not completely dark yet.
Oh, oh, okay. I made a bad assumption. No.
It
Yeah. So,
feels really late to you. Pieta,
yeah,
he drank a lot and quick.
I'm tired. Pieta's tired.
Well, you guys traveled for the last couple weeks to get here. Some of you.
Hmm.
Uh, Pieta, maybe I should go with you.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good idea. Let me do some light stretching.
And I'll go if this is our job, unless that makes you uncomfortable.
No, I mean, let's all go. It's oh my God, it's kind of early. Wow, why am I so
Mm,
tired? Stoney, you tired?
Uh, I'm getting the workings of a hangover now. So yes and no. Uh,
I
you all feel free to go and visit Harry. I need to report to Non Regulo. This will be fine. I will go and get new information, and I'll meet you back at a designated location. Where shall we meet once we are finished?
I go to try to poke Stoney's nose. Are you good to walk there alone?
Yeah,
I'm
Stony, I
fine.
can't let you go by yourself. I'll go with you.
a good idea.
Please,
Someone should go with him.
Rip, I would be more than happy to have you go with me.
Yeah, I think that's smart.
Wow, this is our first split up. Or actually, no, that's a lie. Anyways, all right. Well, we will see you all. Where did we say we were gonna meet up again?
How about somewhere in the center between the Wizard's Post and Harry's house? Oh, could you pull out the map again, Rip? The town has changed a bit,
Yeah.
but I think we can meet up there. I think this is where Harry lives, right, Peter?
Yeah, yeah. That's where he. At least I remember him living. I mean,
Okay.
it's the mayor's.
Well, perfect. Then we'll meet. We'll meet there, and things. Yes. Sorry. Oof. That's a
You're
rough one.
Yeah, I learned to kind of cope with these hangover headaches when I was in the Slayer's take. They don't affect me as much, thankfully, but they're still annoying with that little right there. Anyways, you should drink a
No,
little bit more water.
well, the best cure for a hangover is actually to just keep drinking.
Your
Maybe
advice
we
is
try a
amazing
different
tonight.
technique just for today.
Yeah.
I do like the way you think, Sonny.
Yeah.
However, it is time for me to stop. Oh boy.
Pieta leans over to Rip. Take good care of him, all right?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, Fern, Sunny, let's go.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. So
Sure.
Pieta, Fern, and Sunny are going to Harry's, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And the other two are going to find Nom at the Wizard's Post. Got it. You walk over to Harry's place.
Does anything happen when we step outside?
No, he's not there.
Okay.
You can go find him. He told you where he's going. So you guys are going over to the mayor's house. The lights are on. It's right around dusk now. The lights are on in the windows. Knock on the door.
Yeah.
You wait a minute and you hear footsteps. May I help you? It's an elderly dwarven lady. What can I do for you?
Hi. My name is
You-
Pieta.
You recognize her. She is the housekeeper
Hmm.
for the mayor's household.
Gotcha. Hey, it's Pieta. It's me. Do you remember me?
Uh, do I? Yeah, yes, I think I do. You're a friend of Harry, is that correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
It's been a few years, but do you mind telling? Is Harry home?
Oh, I'm afraid not. The mayor and his wife are here, if you'd like to speak with the mayor. But if he has time for you, that is. He's been quite busy. No, Harry has moved. He is the sheriff in the village to the south of here.
Oh, all right. Okay. Still to the south. Can you? Yeah. I mean, does the mayor have just 5 minutes in his schedule to say hi to old Pieta as well?
I will I will ask him. Do you mind waiting out here on the porch?
Yes, and let him know. He has something very urgent to talk to him about as well.
Who does?
Pieta has something very urgent to
Pieta.
talk to the mayor.
Pieta.
Yeah,
Yes.
involving the
Hello.
spiders. You can.
Hello, young ladies. It's lovely to see you. Feel free to have one of the chairs on the porch, and I'll see if the mayor is able to come speak with you.
Thank you.
Be
Thank
careful,
you.
you're very old.
I'm not as old as I seem, dearie. And she
But okay.
shuts the door.
Whoa. Should we withhold any information, Fern, Sunny? I mean, there's spiders everywhere, so obviously he might know about them, but
What information do we even have to withhold?
um, about I don't know. I guess our meetings with like the magician guy that Stony went off. You know how many of us there are. I guess it kind of depends what kind of questions he has. I'm over analyzing again. I overanalyze a lot.
The
Don't
magician guy.
I don't think we have to get that far into the weeds. Why don't we just ask him about the spider?
Right. Okay. Let's give out the spiders only. Not about his son, or that why he moved there. So why he moved south? Why did he move south? And who's he with? This is the mayor's son. I mean, does he still
Big
see?
bones put my
Pieta,
hand over Payetta's mouth.
Is he still with
Pieta,
him?
breathe.
The door opens, and the mayor, who you guys remember, his name is Encraig. He is a male human. He's got slick back gray hair that comes down to about his shoulders. Um, he's got hazel eyes, and he's dressed in very comfortable, loose clothing as he cracks the door. Did I hear that Pieta? Oh, well, hello.
Hey, Mayor, Mayor, Mayor. Hey, do you
Since when
remember
have you
me?
saluted? Of course. He sticks out his hand. Pieta, yes. Where have you
He grips
been?
it firmly, so to try to prove like I'm stronger now.
Harry was so worried about you disappearing like you did and never allowing him to be part of your story. He's been wondering.
Yeah, it's been really tough to communicate with the Slayer's sake, and always going off fighting something. Oh, Mayor, this is my good friends Fern and Sunny.
Good evening,
Don't
sir.
forget about me, Grim
Oh,
says.
oh,
And Grim.
uh, okay. I think I remember you, Sonny. Yes, yes, I've seen you about. Um,
I hope all has been well, and as much as I'd love to catch up, we're actually here to inquire about the spiders in the area.
well, yes, we did ask the Duke to get some help from Iman, and the soldiers are here and have protected the village, but we did ask for more help. Did were you sent by Iman?
Well, I was sent by the Slayers, and I have a few. Yeah,
Ah,
we're
your aunt did mention that you had gone away with Thorber to the Slayer's take. Interesting lifestyle you've chosen.
you know me, always wanting to adventure,
That's
just
not
like
at
in the
all
old
what I
stories.
remember about you. So, uh, and you, Fern, did you say?
Yes.
Were you three? You're clearly not. You haven't been around for quite some time. Were you? Let's start from the beginning. He pulls up a wooden like Adirondack chair and scoots it, and there's a bunch of them on the porch. So, you're asking about the spiders. We there's an infestation in the forest. What more do you need to know?
When did it begin?
Hmm. Offhand, I'd say roughly maybe a year ago.
Is there a place in the forest where there's typically more spiders, or like, do you know where their home is?
I can't say I'm exactly certain where. Uh, Tell me once more. It's still unclear to me. Why are you asking about this?
Oh well, at least I was sent as one of the people to help get rid of the problem.
And what would you do about it?
Well, slay them, or at least their core, figure out how to kind of get them out of your hair.
Fair enough. The Slayer's take is okay. And are all three of you from the Slayer's take?
Um, no,
That
No.
but
sounds like a question.
Well, we actually have a pretty good sizable party now. There's five of us. We split up a little bit, but I have a pretty good what's the word, feeling about taking care of these spiders. I think we'll do a good job.
There is a group of
No.
us, and we
Yes.
care very much about this town. We would like to help.
Okay,
we
by
are
all means.
offering our services. What have the soldiers done in the past?
Oh, they've kept us fairly safe. We haven't had any spiders invade the town limits. A couple of few pieces of livestock have been taken. As far as we know, it was spiders. Web left on the ground.
Hmm.
But so I know the Slayer's take typically works for money. There's been no reward put on these spiders as of yet. The soldiers are seeming to take care of the immediate threat, so I'm afraid we're not. I'm not authorized to pay you for your services. If you're
Hey,
doing it
it's all
like
right.
you seem
Hmm?
to be saying out of the goodness of your heart, then by all means go, but it seems quite dangerous.
As I said, this town means much to all of us.
Very much.
It means much, yes, to the residents of Gladewell, of course. I'm. It still seems odd. Very few people just want to be kind and go slay monsters. Perhaps you can see my reasoning for being unsure where this is coming from.
Well, how can we fail when we have someone from the Slayer's take by our side?
I get a kind of a stern look in my eye, and I lock eyes with the mayor, and I say, "Listen, I just don't want anyone else from this village to get hurt. So I want to do my best to protect everyone. I would love it if you would cooperate with us and tell us as much as you know about these spiders,
Roll
please."
a persuasion check with advantage. You've got to beat his insight if you're not convincing enough.
Well, it's looking pretty good. Persuasion. Ooh, okay, so that's a 17 on the first one and a 15
Oh,
on the
that's high
second.
enough. All right. And then you would add you've added your bonuses in.
Yeah,
So
persuasion.
17 does it. Yeah.
Mhm.
He says, okay. As far as I understand, there are many infesting the forest, from the size of a dinner plate to the size of a large plow horse. Huge. Some of our hunters and lumberjacks have been attacked, but no one has died. And as I said, the soldiers are on it. So I would suggest you talk to the Duke's aide de camp, who organizes things around here that are out of the immediate purview of Gladewell, if you understand. I used to have a much wider scope of influence, but that was taken off my hands. I can focus more on the comings and goings and doings here in town now, while the Duke and Iman, the soldiers of the army, is focused on patrolling and sheriffing the wider areas surrounding us. So since the spiders have not come into town yet, I think you should perhaps go talk with the Duke's aide. Uh, I can give you a referral. The man's name is Damon. Rochableau Damon.
That would be wonderful. Yes, thank you.
That'd be amazing. We'd love a referral.
Quite. Well, I hate to make light of the situation, but I was just about to sit down for my dinner. So, um, I'll have Maudie bring you out my letter of referral after I quickly sign it for you, if that's all right.
Yes.
Are you
Oh, and
That's the
inviting
Mayor.
us to eat dinner with you?
pardon.
You're
Yes.
inviting us to eat dinner with you, right?
No, I am going to eat in my home with the dinner that's been prepared for me, and I advise you go eat as well if you're hungry.
That's
Oh,
a great idea.
before Mary, you leave. Uh, how's Harry? How's he doing?
Well, I would say Harry is well enough. You should speak to him if you need more information. He lives. He's still fit and hearty. He's
And
grown
Mary?
as you have. Um, as I said, perhaps you should speak with Harry.
Fair enough. Thank you. Thank you so much. I reach out my hand
Yeah,
for a
he
hand.
grabbed it. Nice strong handshake.
I appreciate
Very
you
well.
and your time. Thank you.
We've we've missed you, Pieta.
It's good to be back.
Yes, good to have you back. Good night to all. He steps back inside, and a few minutes later, Marty comes out with a letter. The mayor has signed this paper for you. Would anyone who would like it? He hands it to Sonny.
Fern. No. He like grabs her hand. No. Oh, Sonny. How about we give it to Fern? She holds so much stuff, and it's.
Hold on to it.
Yeah, Fern can hold on to it.
Okay.
Okay. And what are you guys going to do next, you three?
Hey, Fern, Sonny. So should we just head back to the meeting place? Is there anywhere else you wanted to pit stop before we go back?
No, I think that might be a good idea. Is there on the thing that he gave us, is there any indication of where Damon is located?
No. You would, I don't know, you can assume whatever you want. He is the Duke's aide de camp.
Okay. Um,
Am I pronouncing that wrong? Is it French? Aide de camp? I'm not sure. I'm saying aide de camp.
I like it.
I thought that was the last name.
Um, ma'am, before you go back inside, where is the Duke located these days?
Oh, my dear, the Duke's living in the large estate on what used to be the western field at the base of the hill, where the tournament, the celebration was held 5 years ago.
That will be nice to revisit. Thank you.
Have a good night, ladies and gentlemen. And she closes the door.
Well, why don't we head back toward where we're going to meet the others?
All right, Stony and Rip. You go to the place that you saw earlier today, the Wizard's Post.
You know, I found something strange. You said you were talking to that hunter. They said you said a white spider.
Yeah.
Strange.
Yeah.
Tell me, you must know a bit about critters like such as spiders, and I've done a bit of reading myself, but I can't seem to recall. Do you have any inkling as to what that might be?
I don't. Some of the spiders he spoke of, like the wolf spider that appeared to be giant, the funnel web spider that appeared to be giant, those do get quite large sometimes, but I've I've never seen a spider that's large and also white. That would be a new one for me.
Hmm. 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 Most intriguing. Most
Yeah.
intriguing.
Yeah, I can't think of very many average sized spiders who would be white either. It's very curious. Perhaps this wizard will know more. What did you say his name was? What is his name?
Nom Dragulo.
Nom Dragu. It's a very ominous name, but if you're supposed to, meet up with him, I suppose it's safe.
Well, wizards and their silly little names.
So you guys walk up to, I guess you're walking or you're riding.
Probably
Whichever.
riding.
You ride up to the wizard's post, and there are no lights on, but you get there right as somebody's fiddling with the front door. And you see this kind of youngish guy with pale skin, long, lanky red hair. He's got a little bit of a belly paunch, and he's fumbling with the key and saying, "Come on, man. Lock. Ah, there it is." He turns around and starts walking out into the street.
Excuse me. Do you work at this here wizard's post?
Yeah.
Are you familiar with the Nom Dragulo?
Yeah. That's my name.
Oh.
Nom. My name is Stony. Stony Ironbark. I'm reporting from the Alabaster Lyceum. Per the request. Right. Here is the letter. Reporting. So, do you have any details or such that we should know dispatching these large spiders?
Oh. Oh, you're. He looks at the letter. Oh, you're here about the spider problem?
Spiders. The spiders, yes. The large spiders. That was
Oh.
written in the letter, yes.
Yeah. Okay. There are a lot of them. And in the woods up, around here.
Okay.
They took you from the Lyceum, huh?
Yes. Yes, they have. I have a field test that needs to be done.
You've
I'm
been drinking.
sorry. I'll step back. He takes a step back.
Yeah. I'm closed right now.
Okay.
As
Well,
see,
I just need to know what you've done to dispatch them. What are the struggles that you faced?
me?
Personally? Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
no.
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 What do you?
No. I
You
sent
know.
I sent the request for help, but I didn't fight or go after spiders. No.
You are the resident wizard, right? Nom Dragulo?
Yeah. I specialize in. Are you okay? You seem frustrated.
I feel like I should be asking you that question because you seem to be talking very slowly. Are you
Oh.
tired? Perhaps
Well,
I could.
we're closed.
Well, you have already said that.
Who's told you to send the notice to the Alabaster Lyceum?
Well, of course it was Duke Granbury who requested it.
Okay, what is he the Duke of?
Oh, Duke Granbury? You're from Iman, right?
Yeah. Well, sort of.
Well, Duke Granbury is the he's got a title and he is the governor. Yeah, he's the governor of this whole eastern province
Oh, that Duke Greybury. I didn't know if
that
he, had a brother.
that we're like part of.
Yeah.
So, from what I understand, is you don't know anything about these spiders,
Oh,
effectively.
well, I know they're something. They're here.
Okay. Well, I know that you've closed up for the day, but we've been gathering some information on the spiders, and
Oh.
yes. Oh, indeed. And
Oh.
one of them turned out to be white, and we're not sure which one that could be. What resources have you gathered on the nature of these spiders?
Oh. I no. I didn't like no. Yeah, closed. Maybe tomorrow? Maybe
Yeah, maybe after you've
tomorrow.
had some rest.
I'm actually going to the freshwater inn. I'm willing to talk. I've got a lot of information, but spiders. Me? No. I specialize in communication. I send messages everywhere. And, you know, that's my job.
Have you been sending many communications about the spiders?
Well, some to 'em on, and yeah, to 'em on.
Okay, okay. And Rip looks at
So,
Stony and he's just kind of like, why are we still here?
uh, 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 so
You wanna, you know, join me at the freshwater inn for
you know what, Nom?
chat?
I'm going to take a rain check on that, though I am certain that whatever it is you have to say is very delightful. I think that we are. Ooh, let me see here. Uh, yes, we are on a time crunch. So I must bid you
Oh.
adieu, and I hope that you have a wonderful
Uh,
life being a scribe for the rest of your days, because you are very happy. It seems that you are a very happy person being a scribe. Um,
well,
so,
who are, yeah.
why don't we meet again later? Again, my name is Stony. Your name is Nom,
Yeah.
and we'll tell you how it goes once we're done, and then you can write a letter about it and say how wonderful a job that we've done, how wonderful a job that I've done, and maybe you could even write a glowing letter about my feces. You see,
Your
I've been working on this.
feces.
Yes, no, not feces. Feces. Regarding the catalyzing cube, I could give you a demonstration, but it's not complete. I have to do some field work, you see. Anyway,
You're
I'm
from the
wasting too much of your time.
Lyceum.
That was about
Yes,
not about
good. You
Ooh.
have a great memory.
You
Anyway,
can write a glowing review about my work for
when I get
my
the chance.
uncle.
So, we're going to go now, and I do appreciate your time, even though that you are closed. Yes. Okay. Come now, Rip. I think I hear our friends all the way across the town. Do you not
Yeah.
hear them?
Yeah, they seem really ready for. Thank you so much, Nom. Truly,
So uncanny how we can hear them.
it's
Truly,
been a
thank you for your
pleasure.
help.
Thank you.
Yeah, what's your name? You?
Oh, me? I'm
Yeah.
I'm Rip. Root Ripper.
You know, I may know your
Stony
dad.
Oh yeah, you might
wraps
know
an
Paw
arm
Pocket Leaf Letter?
around Rip and begins like stepping
Pocket.
away.
Yeah, Pocket. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll tell Pocket you said hi. Okay.
Rain check.
Rain check.
Right, check.
All right, guys. As you all meet up again somewhere, we're going to call it a night. And we'll pick up from there next time, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for sticking with us through our planning and prep session and getting to unwind and know each other at the tavern. Thanks for joining. See you next time. Goodbye, everyone.